by mind that you live or die. Mortal mind is a temporary intellect system loaned to human beings for use during the material lifetime. Mind is subject to will. Will is the manifestation of the human mind which enables the subjective consciousness to express itself objectively and to experience the phenomenon of aspiring to be godlike. And it is in this same sense that every reflective and spiritually minded human being can become creative. Human consciousness rests gently upon the electrochemical mechanism below and deliberately touches the spirit energy above. Mind is the technique wherein spirit realities become experiential to creative personalities. Mind is not a physical evolution and is dependent on brain capacity afforded by purely physical and evolutionary development. The soul is the self-reflective, truth-discerning, and spirit-perceiving part of man, which forever elevates the human being above the level of the animal world. The finding of God, the consciousness of identity with reality, is the equivalent of experiencing self-completion, self-entirety, and self-totality. The full summation of human life is the knowledge that man is educated by fact, ennobled by wisdom, and justified by religious faith. Will is the deliberate choice of a self-conscious being which leads to decision conduct based on intelligent reflection.
If you're constantly being mistreated, you're cooperating with the treatment. You don't have to be positive. You just have to be yourself. Trying provides two excuses: an excuse for not doing, an excuse for not having. You cannot control without being controlled. The angry people are those who are most afraid. There is no way to know before experiencing. What you said is exactly what you intended to say. Some people are willing to work only if they can start at the top and work up. The thing we run from is the thing we run to. Consciously or unconsciously, you always get what you expect. Others can stop you temporarily. Only you can do it permanently. Whatever you are trying to avoid won't go away until you confront it. Most of our lives are about proving something, either to ourselves or to someone else. If you don't start, it's certain you won't arrive. What you can't communicate runs your life. If you don't have what you want, you're not committed to it 100%. Your enemy might become your friend if you allow him to be who he is. If you worry about what might be and wonder what might have been, you will ignore what is. Before you can break out of prison, you must first realize you're locked up. When you blame others, you give up your powers to change. Whatever you're willing to put up with is exactly what you will have. If you acknowledge you are unconscious, you are no longer unconscious. Your interpretation of what you see and hear is just that, your interpretation. If you find a good solution and become attached to it, the solution may become your next problem. What works for you may not work for someone else. So what makes you think your way is so much better? You are the cause of everything that happens to you. Be careful what you cause. The one who loves the least controls the relationship. If you require someone to change, you require that person to lie to you. If you do not like the direction the river is flowing, don't jump in. What we are is God's gift to us. What we become is our gift to God. Excuses are your lack of faith in your own power. Things are not what they seem, they are what they are. You can get everything in life you want if you will help enough other people get what they want. If you don't like the games people play, make up your own games. There are many things I want, but few things I need. If you prepare for old age comes sooner. If you have a college degree, you can be absolutely sure of one thing: you have a college degree. There is brutality and there is honesty. There is no such thing as brutal honesty. If you are going to give a gift, notice your true intentions. If you are not leaning, no one will ever let you down. People concern themselves with being normal rather than natural. Ultimately, you have no choice but to feel what you are feeling. If you have made yourself important, notice you're not important. Worry comes from the belief you are powerless. Your ability to relax is in direct proportion to your ability to trust life. Any system that takes responsibility away from people dehumanizes them. Whatever you want wants you. Most of the time, we don't communicate. We just take turns talking. If you're afraid to lose anything you have, at some point in your life, you will lose it. If you have to be happy, you will always be unhappy. The way to win is to make it okay to lose. What you're afraid to do is a clear indicator of the next thing you need to do.